I didn't feel that at all.
All right. Somebody, if anyone can remember.
I can't.
We helped the snaky demon woman escape by doing all the fucking riddles.
You can hang out with me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also,
Molly.
we found out that Marcus, the wizard and or ghost, is a wizard and or ghost.
Come here. Come here, girl.
We can't see Marcus. Marcus. At
Well,
certain times.
I mean, some people can't see Marcus. Grant has no problem seeing Marcus.
Here.
Yeah, and then we kind of just
Here.
let it go.
Yeah.
Let it
Oh,
go.
that tastes like
Yeah.
Isarono.
Oh,
Yeah, then
like kimchi.
then a nice handful of us made
That is a
wishes.
cute pup.
Made like wishes that we probably shouldn't have made. You know, like I wish to be a god.
What's the worst?
You have
that
to
could
die
happen?
to become a
What's
god.
the worst that could happen?
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? It's just
Yeah,
a
you should've just
D&D
been like,
campaign that Clay is
I
running.
want to be in a band.
I want to invent pizza.
I want to
I mean,
reinvent the wheel.
But I want it to be
I mean-
square.
We definitely did invent grilled cheese, so
Okay, so
shit between bread.
Shit between breath.
Jesus. Some more time passes on the ship. More days go by. Your voyage is pretty uneventful, which is surprising, because everything you were told kind of was like, hey, this journey's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be fighting for your lives every second. After your last stop, like everyone was kind of hyping it up that it was gonna be like the most dangerous, month of your life. And there have been a few.
Said a month.
Well, no, people were telling you that
Like 3 weeks.
your time on the ship was going to be the most dangerous month of your life. But so far, that hasn't really proven to be the case. There have been a few interesting things that have happened. You've seen some strange things off in the distance, breaching the surface of the water. And you've seen other ships passing, some of them flying the flags of known pirates. Some of them flying no flags at all, which is equally as concerning. But they kind of left you alone, weirdly. And a few things have happened that really kind of felt like should have gone a lot worse. Like, you've had a few, like, ships that came, like, right up past your ship, and you saw on that ship very angry looking, out for blood looking pirates. That didn't really interact with you. They just kind of watched you as you sailed past. But you had this feeling the whole time they were there that something was about to happen. There was that tension that sits in the air, and you kind of feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up like, oh god, something's about to happen, but nothing ever did. The closest to real danger you've been so far was probably when someone almost falls overboard because they've been too drunk. Not really one of you, but one of the crew who have been on the ship for longer get overconfident, drink too much, almost fall off the ship. Sometimes they do, but it's been alright so far. But that's kind of the closest to real danger you've come. Which is strange. Especially given all the warnings that people did give you about how dangerous this was going to be and how unprepared you are for all of this. About 2 weeks after the ordeal in the below decks with the creature in the crate, you begin to see land. Kind of scatterings of islands, like an archipelago kind of thing, but not quite that dense. Small islands, islands that you can stand on the shore on one side and have a comfortable conversation with somebody on the other. they're not large, but also the ocean around them is deep. But it's also dark, and as such, you cannot really see down into the water around these islands. But there they are, and a few times you've sailed close enough past them that you can see onto the island quite comfortably from the deck, and you see grass, or maybe they're just sand, or maybe there's a tree on this island, or whatever it is, but it's never anything very interesting. But you were told that this area had interesting islands, but you're not seeing any of those interesting islands. The most interesting island you've seen was one that looked like it was entirely made of stone, just a large pillar rising up out of the ocean. And you saw in it layers of different kinds of rocks and minerals. It was interesting to look at, but beyond an interesting thing to see, nothing of much, value or anything like that. You couldn't go onto it. It was taller than your ship. As your time kind of sailing amongst these scattered bits of land passes, you begin to notice slowly things changing on the ship. The crew around you seems to be getting more and more relaxed as you go, almost the opposite of what you expected, until eventually you notice that about 3 or 4 crew members have gone missing over the course of a couple days. A few days go by where you don't see particular crew members. Not the captain, not his first mate, not the chef, no one that you know really well, but people you've only seen in passing. You note that you haven't seen them in a few days. And then, after about a week and a half of being amongst these islands, that number goes up to maybe 5 or 6. And as the 2-week mark of sailing between these islands, you see kind of where the islands stop. The number's up to about 7 or 8. 7 or 8 people have gone missing now. Left no trace behind. All of their belongings left exactly as they were. Their rooms sometimes even still locked from the inside, from when they were sleeping the night before. And you've had to break the door in to get inside to try and find them, and found all of their things left exactly where it was, a bed looking freshly slept in, but no person. You looked around and found no concealed doorways, no trapdoors, nothing. You searched every inch of the ship, and these 8 people are just gone. But that is the most interesting thing that's happened to you during this leg of your voyage through these strange rock formation island things. And as you leave these, Grath, you're up in the crow's nest looking around for that island that you have a map for. And you don't see that island. But what you do see, out in the distance, up ahead of the ship in the direction you're going, you see a shore. You see land. Much bigger and larger than the islands that you just came from. You're too far away to make out details, even through a spyglass. It is just a shape on the horizon, but it's land. And it's the largest landmass you've seen since leaving the main continent several weeks back. What do you want to do?
Instantly climbs down from the crow's nest and goes to talk to the captain.
Okay. You're told by Orly that the captain is in his office. Which is just on the main deck of the ship. There's a door that just goes into his office.
Well, Grath thanks Orly and tells him that he's been very helpful, and then goes to the captain's office and knocks on the door.
From inside you hear, "One moment." And a minute or so passes, and a sailor walks out carrying some rolled parchment, and the captain says, "Come on in."
Captain.
"Good afternoon, Grath. How are you doing this afternoon?"
Doing all right. I've noticed there's quite a big landmass on the horizon. Have we reached our destination?
We should be getting close then, eh? Right, we should be getting close enough to see it, that's for sure.
Well, Captain, I also wanted to ask, there seems to be a few crew members that, well, let's just say the crew's looking a little lighter than usual.
Really?
Should be 100.
I haven't noticed that.
Are you sure?
Hey! I haven't noticed anyone... We're saying people are missing, hiding, shirking their duty.
I wouldn't say that they're intentionally avoiding work. I'm just saying maybe they're missing. We've just seen a nice handful of strange things lately.
I'll have Orly look into it, see what you can find. I haven't noticed anything as such, but I'm sure if you've noticed something, it's something worth looking into then.
All right. I guess I'll go back up to the deck and see how far off we are from this landmass.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, thank you, Captain.
Well, if you see Orly on your way out, send him in, will you?
No problem.
Kind of gives you a
Grath.
like a little salute as you walk out.
Grath returns his salute
Huh? Hi.
and goes to
go to
tell
the corner.
Orly that the captain wanted to see him.
Oh, does he? Right then. Thank you very much. I'll go talk to him right away. And he kind of wanders over towards the captain's office.
It's just me, or did the captain seem a little more docile than usual?
He hasn't anything to drink in a few minutes.
Fair enough. Yeah, Grath goes back up to the deck and he looks for some of the buddies.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Practicing my fishing skills.
Okay.
Useful.
Seven's gonna make a portal back to the sanctuary, and go practice his sanjutsu.
Okay.
Practice kung fu. I'm just gonna wander around
Help.
the boat and watch people fish and harass people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. So Vizsla and Arthur are wandering around the boat, staring at people as they're just trying to work, being, vaguely nuisances off in the background. Okay, good to know. Seven.
I thought that was weed for a second, Jordan.
You thought it was what?
I thought you were like hitting a vape pen or something.
No, it's my Google Pixel Buds with a little adapter on the end to make it look like a sperm.
Oh, you're just putting them in your mouth?
Yeah, I was putting the sperm in my mouth. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
What the fuck?
Cummings ooh.
You want to put this in the fridge? Damn.
What is it?
It's a edible.
Yeah, I mean, he was just like, let me get that bar for you, and I was like, okay, cool.
It's a berry bar.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clay, go ahead.
Seven, during your time at the monastery with Sensa, you work some with the sand, but he also takes you outside and has you work with the rocks themselves. And you kind of just start to get an idea of the difference between working with sand and working with rock, and how moving rock is different and harder than working with sand. But once you kind of get the hang of it and get the idea of like what you have to do to get the rock to move, it makes sense. And you begin to think, okay, sure, yeah, rocks. I can do rocks.
Can I jut up rock walls?
It takes you a little bit of time, and you find it pretty draining. It takes a lot more energy than sand does, just because there's more mass. But eventually, yeah, you do get some semblance of a wall up. It's not quite as thick as you want it to be. I mean, not quite as tall. But you've pulled rock up out of the ground, which is progress.
Cool. Dope. Yeah. I'll just keep practicing with the rock then.
Okay. Anyone else wants to do in particular for the rest of the day, next couple days?
Grath goes and fishes with Yerm.
Okay. Makes some.
Are there any women on board?
There are a few female sailors, yes.
They look like my wife.
They look ready to kill. So,
Like my wife.
the wife you left behind in prehistoric.
I didn't leave her
in
behind.
the prehistoric
Yo, man,
era.
Yeah.
No, none of them look like her.
Well,
The
no, it's-
wife you left behind.
I didn't leave her behind. Ass.
Oh, the wife you left behind. You abandoned.
Well, hey, even if it was accidental, it still happened. Not even accidental. You didn't
to
do
me, I
anything.
left her behind.
Hell,
Why'd you do that to your wife,
Yeah.
Miles?
Miles the fuck,
God
dude.
damn it! I hate
Piece
everything.
What the
of shit.
What if you guys were like fucking doggy style and you literally left her behind?
You literally you
He
left
just
her
vanished
behind.
mid thrust. It's like, oh no! Come on,
You left
man.
her behind.
Well, it's sort of
When I
like-
vanished, like
He pulled back a little too far, and then he left her behind.
he slipped out and he never went back in. He left her behind.
I guess I'm done, and he went to go take a piss.
Ah, shit.
Yes.
Clean.
Uh,
You know?
Yes.
These are my ice.
Reduced inflammation.
This is the best.
Oh yes. Oh, this is hot.
God, can you moan harder?
Like sexy hot.
moan again, Nick.
This one's
Yeah, holy shit.
Oh.
What's happening with Nick?
He's moaning for our enjoyment.
He's got some ice packs.
Miniature
Ice packs.
wall.
That is just. That is.
This
This
from
is
when I got my
puny.
wisdom teeth.
All right.
It's
Okay?
from my wisdom
This
teeth.
is
It just
puny.
goes like
But you
This is
see-
not big enough.
Put it between your ass cheeks, Nick.
in one tiny little
Clamp it
spot.
between
This
your
is going
cheeks.
straight to my back. Thank you. Oh,
One on your butt too.
Do you right under the
It's like
nutsack?
wedge one right between your. butt
Oh my
cheeks.
god, it's so cold. Holy fuck. You can turn the AC off.
He's straight up
Oh,
gonna
he
climax, yo.
He's see off.
He's gonna climax, son. What the fuck?
I think he already did.
Hey, Coom.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm so glad I started recording our
Nick,
sessions.
you're arriving.
I'm trying to get it lower. Hang on.
about to
Ah!
I'm
Hang on, let me do
Come on, Nick, arrive. You can do it. Arrive at your destination.
Stop making me laugh.
Complete your journey, Nick.
Come on. You can do it. Arrive at your destination.
I think I just need
your destination.
Conclude,
The other
Nick.
ones are too cold for me and too much of a bitch to handle
You really are.
multiple ice packs.
Conclude.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
When that stops being good, though, you're gonna need these.
Okay.
So put these back in the freezer.
Can you? Will they? Will they?
I was
Can you
thinking
get away
about
with putting them in
putting
mine or
them in the
no?
fridge.
In my freezer?
Yeah.
Gotta move all the butt plugs out of his freezer first.
Why would you want
Like-
those frozen?
That's what
I
he's
like a
into,
nice-
clearly.
I like a nice frosty colon.
Oh man, this feels
Spider
so good.
seal.
Yeah.
This is gonna be amazing for my
freeze
back.
It, freeze it
Call
shut.
it Polar Express.
Just freeze my back shut.
Polar Express.
Anyway.
Oh.
Now that we've completely changed the meaning of Polar
That was really
Express.
juicy. Yeah, that was cheesy as fuck.
I'm sorry.
Nick looks like he's somewhere between death and ecstasy.
That hurts to laugh.
And he also looks like he doesn't want to leave that place. And he also really wants to leave that place.
I don't know what I want. Ooh.
We just found out Nick is into cockball.
When I get in this state of pain, I'm in a like minor state of mania where like I'll laugh instead of I basically laugh instead of cry. Ooh, woo, this is terrible.
Oh, hi, Stella.
Ooh, woo, this hurts.
Oh, hi. You're not gonna get salt and vinegar chips, ding dongs.
But she wants it, Dustin.
Okay.
Alright. Now that that ordeal has ended. Miles, we were looking for female sailors?
Yeah, forget it. You ruined all of that. I don't care anymore.
The
Made me
boners.
feel all like guilty.
Because I left my wife.
It's not like there was anything you could have done
Left
about
my
it.
wife. You left your wife, Miles. You left her in the past.
You left your wife to boner patrol on a ship?
What?
To boner patrol on a ship?
Now he's just kind of like picking pieces of things that like process past the pain.
Occasionally something gets through, and it's always the
Left
worst,
wife.
the worst thing.
Certain keywords get through the pain.
Boner patrol.
Left wife.
Left wife.
Boner patrol ship.
I've been muted for like 3 minutes and I hate myself.
Oh,
Oh, this is great. Okay. So,
we are the champions.
if there's nothing else of dire importance that anyone wants to do on the ship over the next couple days, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm holding my peace.
Okay, great.
Hold my pee-pee.
So, the next couple of days pass about as uneventfully as the last couple of weeks, but now you can see a landmass approaching in the distance. And as you get closer, from up in the crow's nest, you see beach, and you see sand dunes beyond that. And you can't see much further beyond these sand dunes. But as you get closer, eventually the captain calls a meeting with everybody, all of you, on the main deck of the ship. And as you guys arrive, he's just kind of standing near the front of the ship, looking out at where you guys are going.
He's arriving. Oh, fuck. Shit. It hurts so good. Oh.
Sometimes love don't feel like it should.
Oh.
Nick, do you need new underwear?
My eyes are watering. Keep going.
You lay down, man.
Keep going.
Yeah, Nick, what you should do
Oh.
is you should lay on your stomach and arch your back backwards and try to hold that position as much as you can.
I did that earlier. My teeth are numb.
Do that about your teeth are numb.
Yeah, my top teeth
Are
are
you
numb.
having a stroke?
Do you need a medical
Is that
professional?
what happens?
No, he's having He's having sciatic nerve pain.
Serious nerve pain.
Yeah, what you need to do is if you did that earlier, that's good. Do that at least 15 minutes a day for like the next week. And
I did it for like half an hour. I did that. I
Oh,
did
that's
it,
good.
and then I switched on my back, and I laid both sides for like half an hour.
Laying on the side is actually really bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna want to
With
when
your-
you
on
sleep.
your back with your legs up, you're fucking. You'll be golden.
Yeah. Not. I don't know about legs up, but
You climb. Not up, but like elevated.
Okay, we're good. Keep going.
Do you need like a medical professional?
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds kind of like you need a medical professional.
No, we're good.
Are you?
I have an appointment on Sunday. Yeah, we're good.
Why don't you like get your phone and just like talk to us on Discord laying down in your bed? So
That
you're not
might
suffering
be.
through this.
Yeah, that might be.
The ice pack is
it's
good.
not- It
If you
sounds
have
like,
one more panic attack, you have to go lay down for us, dude.
yeah,
Okay.
like it sounds like you don't want to be putting any pressure on your spine right now, dog. Like just go lay down in bed.
It ain't worth it.
It's really not worth it. Just go lay down in bed and talk to us when you're not like suffering.
Claim to play D&D.
Well, right now you're playing yourself, dude. Go lay down in bed.
Right now you're playing yourself. This man's just sitting there looking at the ceiling with his mouth open.
Yeah. Okay.
Nick. What the?
Just keep going.
Now he looks like he's getting a blowjob.
Going.
He might be for all we know. From the pain.
Yeah, he might.
Keep going.
It hurts so good.
No, I'm just waiting for the alcohol to kick in.
He's getting a pain job.
Bro,
Anyway,
if the pain is that bad, the alcohol is not going to help enough.
It works.
Okay.
this feels ill-advised. Okay.
I think it's completely unadvised. I think
No,
nobody
it
told
was
him
well
to do this.
advised, but he's not taking it. So.
I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna keep.
But I mean,
rest you guys keep an eye on Nick. The captain calls you all up to the main deck, and as you guys arrive, he's standing up the front of the ship, looking at the approaching landmass. And as you guys all walk up, he turns around. Right then. Now we're getting to the matter of you lot getting off this ship and going over there. So will you be needing passage back then?
We're not really sure if we're gonna. We're not sure how long we're gonna be, really. I'd say, how long are you willing to stay? If we take longer than that, I guess you can go and we can try to find our own way back.
I'd say longest we'd be able to stay here is about maybe a week and a half.
Well, if you'd be willing to stay that long, it would be very nice of you. And, my back hurts for some reason. Yeah, we... Is Nick, like, screaming with his mic muted?
It is.
I'm just trying not to laugh.
Anyway, Captain, I'm very appreciative of this journey you took for us. It was, far out of your way. It was very thoughtful.
Oh, it's no problem. Getting paid to be out here, not that bad. Not too much
True.
trouble. I'm getting paid to be
True.
here. Could be worse. Could be not getting paid. I am getting paid though, so we're all alright. It's all good.
I suppose that is the case. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you in less than a week and a half. We're gonna try and take care of some business.
Sounds good. Well, tomorrow will be close enough for you all to hop on one of the smaller boats and make your way over there. Shouldn't be more than a 30-minute row, depending on how hard you row. You should be alright, though.
I can row pretty hard.
I believe that.
Yes.
Right, so, go get some sleep then. You'll be rowing hard in the morning.
Graf goes and lays down and has a dream about rowing.
Roll for rowing dream.
Roll what for my roll? What do I roll?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I wanted to.
Where is-
I'm rolling a d20.
Say, Miles.
So lays down
Well,
and has
I
a dream
guess-
about leaving his wife.
Okay. It is
Leaving her
It
behind.
is a joy filled with mixed emotion. It is a dream filled with mixed emotions. Oh boy. Okay. Anything anyone wants to do before they go to bed?
Ice my back.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch him ice his back.
I want to
That
find
is
a
something. You want to find a pet rat on the ship?
Yeah, I want to find a pet rat.
Okay. Yeah.
Good, my chicken needs company.
You've seen plenty of rats
Yeah.
on the ship. Go ahead and make a dexterity check to try and catch one. Okay. You kind of crouch and sit there and waiting, and eventually you spring forward and grab a rat. You are now holding a rat. What would you like to do with the rat?
Jesus.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Do you have an animal handling trait? Animal
No.
handling at all? No.
Just gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay. Does your pocket have any way of staying closed? Or is it just a pocket?
Do I get to make that up right now?
Like, does it have like a button on it or like a...
Probably not. Right?
Okay.
But
Persuade the rat to stay in your pocket. That it's in the best.
Yeah,
It's in the rat's best
I gotta
interest.
have like some food.
Yeah,
on me.
convince the rat that it's in his best interest. You have
I
to.
put
And
crumbs
I'm
in my
over here.
Persuasion. It's a
To stay in
persuasion
your
check.
pocket.
Yeah, you need to persuade the rat. I wanna.
I
I
put
wanna
crumbs in my pocket, and I put the fucking rat in the pocket. I let
Put
it
rat.
go.
Put rat in your pocket.
Ratnip, and any
rat.
food in ratnip.
Okay.
That's true.
So you put
Peanut
some
butter, most of all.
You put some crumbs in your
Peanut butter
pocket.
will kill 'em.
Yeah, rats don't have a gag reflex. They can actually choke on peanut butter and die.
Really?
Why do you know
Oh yeah,
that?
that's hilarious. You kill rodents. You
That's fucking great.
evil bastard.
What the fuck did I just hear?
I just
Coming from the guy who's talking about putting his dog in an instant pot.
saw
Shut the fuck up. He's delicious.
Jordan was just talking about putting his dog in an instant pot, and then tried to ridicule me for killing rodents.
I just saw Dustin's face light up as he figured out how to stop the possums from chasing him.
He figured out how to hide his soul from the possums.
Hide in some peanut butter, they'll never find it there.
I'm gonna job it. I'm gonna job it.
What a nightmare this has become. It's hot dog.
So
I've got a jar of D&D.
Gunnan, you now have a pocket with some crumbs and a rat.
Is it eating the crumbs?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Make,
Okay, so far so good.
make an animal handling check.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 0. Okay. Oh, that was almost a 19, but yeah, that's a
Okay.
9.
Alright, so
Almost.
the rat stays in your pocket for like a good 45 seconds.
Nice.
Like it eats
Nice.
the crumbs, looks for more, doesn't find any, looks out, and leaps and scuttles away.
Okay, can I look for a less timid rat?
You should have tagged him, so you can like
Put a leash on
Follow
the rat.
him.
tag the rat, track his migration.
Put a leash on him.
So you said you want to look for a less timid rat?
A more timid rat.
More timid.
You know. Let's
Okay,
see.
make an
What I
make an investigation check.
Investigation.
and just keep doing animal handling rolls until you get a fucking nat 20. Just,
Oh my goodness.
there's plenty rats. There's
plenty of rats.
Yeah, there's plenty
that was
of rats.
Investigation.
But like, the differences between them, identifying the differences between two different rats is not your strong suit. So when a rat runs behind a box and then a rat runs out the other side, you're not even 100% sure it's the same rat. So finding a timid rat is a challenge for you, and all you found is rat. Personality traits are assigned to rats is not something you are able to easily identify.
Fair enough. Was a
don't like that.
what you should do, Adam,
Put rat
is
porn in a
try
trap.
to lure a rat and convince the rat to be your friend rather than capture it like an asshole.
Listen up, you little
You could
piece
try
of
and
shit.
do animal handling to befriend a rat.
We have an entire evening for you to befriend a fucking rat.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Work on it. How bad do you want the rat? Okay.
Yeah, it's like how bad I want to scoot in.
I'll
Yeah.
make friends with the rat rather than being their captor. Jesus.
I will hurt my back to scoot in.
You're in dreams of the
I move away from my mic to breathe in.
Yurm has a dream and he sees the Allhammer, but he has the head of a rat as he hears Gonin shouting about trying to catch a rat 2 decks down.
Am I
God
still
damn
in
it,
my
Gonin,
room? if
get
I'm
out of
laying
my
down?
dream.
Yeah.
Can I get
Can't
up
help
and
it,
grab
man.
all the tarot cards?
Mhm.
Can I throw them in the air and be like, "Which one are you gonna help me find the anvil?"
200 card pickup. Oh. It's actually not 200. I think it's like
So it's the Great Forge.
50, 72.
God damn it.
So you're just gonna throw all the cards up in the air and ask who's gonna help you find the anvil?
Please help me find the anvil or the forge.
Okay.
Anvil.
The cards flutter to the ground.
Okay. I guess I'm picking up 72 cards.
Is everyone's Discord connection shitty, or is it just mine?
It's bad.
Yeah,
all around.
actually, you want to switch it to...
Maybe switch the server?
Yeah, switch it to, like, US Central or something.
It's probably already on US Central.
It's on US
Yeah,
East.
why is it on US East?
Because
US West.
it's not on US... There we go.
East?
Whoa, look at
I
that.
thought you said West.
Hey, fixed.
Whoa, look at this. Good FPS on the cameras.
I want Miles to just lay like that on my back.
God.
Pile driver.
Just pile drive my back.
Like, we have two extremes. We've got Miles, like, laying down all comfortable and, like, you know, ready to fall asleep. with
Yeah, me and Miles are
soothing
yin and yang
voice of
right
D-
now.
Voices of D&D.
Yeah.
And then you've got Nick
in agony.
in just
Actively in
maximum
agony.
pain.
I'm just
maximum suffering.
forcing
maximum
myself to
discomfort.
exist right now.
Don't force yourself to exist. Drift off into the ethereal plane, my friend.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Ascend,
Come.
Nick.
Come sail away.
Embrace the pain and leave this physical form. Become the spiritual being you were always meant to be.
Welcome to Bastion.
Welcome to Zombocom.
So, Gunnar, are you gonna try and catch another rat, or what's happening there?
I'm gonna make friends with the rat.
Okay.
Let's see who comes to me, you know?
Make an animal handling check. As Vistal picks up 72 tarot cards. One at a time.
Playing 72 pickup.
Oh my god.
Can Yerm, like, go find Gonin and then
See?
start playing Whack-A-Rat with his
You know-
hammer?
Gunnar, you do not have any luck.
Because that's a really low roll. What he should do is, instead of befriending, like, one of the nice, smart rats, he should befriend, like, a retarded rat.
He befriends an
Like
asshole
a-
rat who tries to bite him at every
No, not
opportunity.
even an at like like special needs rat.
Like instead of a nitwit, a nit rat.
A knit rat. Yeah,
A rat whip?
he should It should be a special needs rat for sure.
You don't manage to persuade any of the rats with your skills with words that you are someone to be trusted and that they should live in your pocket and you shall provide them with crumbs. None of them seem to be interested in your sales pitch.
Lame as fuck.
You should walk up to a group of rats and be like, Nicodemus?
Nicodemus, is that you?
What?
After all this time?
Nicodemus? Nicodemus? And see if any of them react. No one gets the joke.
No.
No.
Well, Clay got it.
I did get it.
Because Clay has read Flowers for Algernon. Is it Flowers for Algernon? No.
I read Flowers for Algernon, but I was in 6th grade.
So was I. But I will never forget Nicodemus.
Okay.
Nicodemus.
So, yeah, Visley, your tarot cards, they did not react when you threw them in the air, but now you have them again in your hand, all 72 of them.
You want to try that again?
Can I
Again.
spread them out like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my hand?
Yeah, you fan them out in your hand, and you've got them all
Just be like,
facing
"Who
towards
wants
you.
to help
You
me?"
can see the designs on all of them, except for one that's facing the other direction.
That's the one, Miles.
Can I pick that one up?
You pull it out of the deck and look at it, and it is
Let me pick that one up. Yeah.
You
Sorry.
take it out and you look at it, and it is the card Death.
Maybe put that one back.
Oh.
And as you stand there looking at it, hang on, I can pull up Death so you can see it.
I can't.
Are you pulling up
I'm not a
death
fantasy
or
ground.
death?
Oh, that's right. You're not at Fantasy Grounds.
For long enough, and suddenly your right ear seems a little.
Hang on.
Did I hit a rat?
About to slap a
With a
rat.
17 with a 22, yes, you hit a rat. This is what Death looks like.
Brings a picture of Possum.
I want to see Death. I think I've seen it before, but I want to see Death.
Those of you who are in Fantasy Grounds, there's Death.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've seen Death before. It's such a sick card.
Sick.
Sick.
Um,
I especially like the hands sticking out of the ground. Like this.
Miles, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you look at the Death card, the skeleton on it, with its two yellow eyes, one of them just winks at you.
Can I wink back?
Yeah, you wink back. The card seems uncaring about your wink.
Oh.
But you winked, so that's...
What a fucking dick
I
of a
think it would have
card,
been
though.
funnier if you would have said Vizsla doesn't know how to wink.
God.
He blinks his eyes at the card.
What the fuck is this berry bar in the chat, Dustin?
What?
Can I ask the card how it can help me?
Okay, what do you ask? What do you say?
Are you gonna help me find the anvil, Mar?
There's no reaction from the card. Nothing happens around you. The card doesn't move. The skeleton doesn't go spooky, scared. Nothing happens. It just
Oh, come on. Spooky scare, come on.
starts dancing. It's got
Spooky,
it's got a
scary.
top hat all of a sudden. There's no reaction from the card. Although as you ask the question, you look at it, you stand there, hoping for some kind of answer. It feels heavy in your hand. It feels like it's made out of metal. Like it is a weighty card.
The weight of death. quite a heavy one. On one
Can I
stove.
can I smell it?
Yeah, it smells old, dusty, a little bit
like Dustin.
It smells a little bit like Dustin. Has the faint scent of possum. No,
Dustin smells like a
in pain.
possum.
it smells like
That's how I've always imagined he smells.
embalming fluid.
Oh.
Come here.
Embalming
I-
fluid.
Fuck, I don't know what to do.
I think you can just speak to it, right? And
Well, I did. I thought. Did I ask it? How can you help me?
You said that out loud.
Find the amp. You said to
Maybe
find
you
the
have to-
Amplemar.
drop it
But
on
you
the
already
ground
found
or
me.
something. You have to like.
Threw it on the
Yeah.
ground.
Well, you have to give it its own like thing of fate, right? So that it is allowed to show you a path. So if you like drop it and it points a certain direction when it drops, or like maybe it'll stand on its side or do something fucking weird. I don't know. I'm just suggesting.
Okay, I drop it on the ground, I guess.
Okay. You drop it, and as it hits the ground, it sounds like a very large stone impacting the wood.
I'm sorry.
Like a. Make a perception. Do hang on. I have no idea.
It falls
what I'm
through the hull of the ship and sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
There's a hole in the bottom of the ship. You die immediately. Make a make.
It breaks through the ground at the bottom of the ocean, and the entire planet gets sucked in.
Make an intelligence check, Miles. It's a plus. Your
The
intelligence is plus
campaign
2.
ends.
Yes.
Oh, in the bottom of the ship.
8.
That's with the plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds. It's not a sound you've ever, like, heard in person before, but if you had to guess, it sounds a little bit like a
What are you looking for?
a gravestone dropping on wood. It's about that size, that density, that weight on the wood.
Can I pick it back up?
It's still heavy.
Fuck. I'm gonna go up to the poop deck and throw it off.
Okay. You head up to the top of the ship and you see the sun is now set. And you go up to the ship. Which direction do you want to face?
Where's the island facing?
The ship is going towards the island. The ship is pointing at the island. So that'd be off the front of the ship.
Actually, can I whisper at it real quick? Be like, what do you want from me?
Sure, yeah. You whisper to the card. Is that what you whisper? What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Still no reaction. The card doesn't say anything. You don't hear any voices in your head, anything like that. You're just kind of in that moment. You hear the sound of the waves around the ship. And there's a breeze blowing in the night. It's cool air. And you're hyper aware of the weight of the card in your hand.
Can I go and find the captain and see if he knows anything about it?
Yeah, you don't see him. But after
Oh, the ghost. I forgot about the ghost.
after some
There's
investigation,
death in the air.
you find him. The door of his office is open, and you see him sitting in there by lantern light. Looks like he's writing on what might be a map.
Okay. Excuse me, Captain.
Oh,
Can
hey,
I speak?
come in.
May I show you this card? I don't know quite what to do about this.
A card? What kind of card?
It's a death card.
What do you mean it's a death
Tarot
card?
deck.
Oh, a tarot card.
Yes.
Right, and what's the significance of it then? And he reaches out his hand for it.
I put it in his hand and I asked it to help me find the anvil we're trying to look for.
He takes it and... It's a heavy card. Made of nice paper, that is. You had experience with these things. This card helping you or something.
Somewhat.
Well, lad, I'll tell you one thing. He hands the card back to you. We never trusted them myself. Never trusted
Okay.
them witches with their tarot cards, their palm readings, their looking at the stars, telling you the future. Never really bought into any of that. Never. I am of the opinion, personally, that no man can know the future. And if you know the future, then the future changes, because you know what the future was going to be. I never bought into any of that mumbo jumbo.
But it's future speak?
I don't know.
The cards are futures? Oh.
I don't know anything. All I know is that someone says, "Oi, Captain, want me to read your future with these here cards?" I say, "No, thank you. I'd rather not know." I don't believe in them anyway. I think they're all lying to you. They just want your money.
Oh.
But it might just be me.
Okay. Thank you.
If you need anything else,
I guess I'll leave and
sleep well.
Do any of us like have a compass
I don't.
or anything like that?
I don't think so, but it's pretty easy to determine which direction is which, as the moon is currently rising over the landmass that you're approaching. Anything else you want to do, Vizsla?
I guess I'll put the card away and go back to bed.
Okay. You head back into your quarters and put the deck on the kind of desk thing that's in there and drop into bed. You fall asleep pretty quickly. And your sleep is peaceful and relaxing, which is nice. Grath. Your sleep is interrupted by me getting up to go close my door. One second.
So you're gonna get a cool
like
RP moment.
God is closing the door.
Okay.
What is this sensation?
So, Grath, your sleep is interrupted by... you feel the back of your neck and your arms, the backs of your arms, have a burning sensation. And your eyes are closed. You feel hot air blowing across your face and wind kind of pulling at the looser parts of your clothing.
Pour the water on me.
You opening your eyes?
Yes.
You open your eyes and are blinded by bright, harsh sunlight pounding down on you from up above.
Sounds pretty hot.
You're standing on top of a very large sand dune. A massive mound of sand And you look around, and there is sand as far as you can see in every direction, an ocean of it, rolling out into the distance. Shining yellow and white in the midday sun. It hurts your eyes to look at it. It's like looking at a mirror. It reflects light directly into your eyes. The clothes you're wearing are not yours. You have your swords on you. Your weaponry is with you. You have your pack, but the clothing you're wearing is looser fitting. And while you are wearing armor, the rest of your clothing seems like it's easier for you to breathe in. Your skin breathes easily in this clothing.
Like better desert clothing.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
You have at your waist, a kind of a canteen sort of thing. And you know just instinctively that there's water in there. Not enough water. There's never enough water in a place like this. But you have it. And it is, at this moment in time, your most valuable resource. And you look around, and you begin to hear the sound of sand sliding, a low hiss that echoes through this open space. And you see, coming in your direction across the ocean of sand, a large, enormous mound of sand moving, snaking towards you at incredible speed. Something that big moving that fast. And despite the fact that you've never been in a place like this before, this is new territory for you. Just as you knew that at your hip was a canteen of water, instinctively you know what that is. You know it's a sandworm. Enormous hunters of the desert, chasing things that disturb the sand. And you look down at your feet, you see no footprints behind you, no sliding sand around you, anything to indicate that you would have disturbed the sand in any way as to anger this sandworm. You stand still and you slow your breathing as much as you can, despite your rising terror as you see this thing snaking towards you. Maybe 200 feet away, and then 150, 100 feet away, 50 feet away. And as it approaches you, it crashes up out of the sand, spraying it everywhere. Like the spray when a whale breaches the surface of the ocean. The sandworm rises. Its large body, almost the same color as the sand. Pale white with hints of yellow. And its body raises up one long tube, disappearing down into the sand. The front of it, its head splitting open into three kind of triangles that come together to close its mouth. And it splits open, pulling back like the petals of a flower. And as it does, it angles down towards you. And you hear a voice, great and booming, echo from within the depths of this sandworm. And it tells you something. It delivers to you a message, an important message that you know you cannot forget. You must not forget. And you think to yourself, I will remember this. This is important. And the worm's mouth closes. And it dives back beneath the sand. You see the great mound that marks its path go off into the distance. And you grab your canteen from your hip. You unscrew the top and you go to drink some water. And sand pours out. And you look around and the sand is rising around you as you're being pulled by some force down into the sand. And it's up to your waist. And then your chest. Your arms are under. You take one last gasp of breath as your head is pulled under the sand and everything is dark. You feel the sand pushing against your body, and you struggle to hold your breath against the force, the weight of the sand against you, until eventually you have to breathe out, and you take a hesitant breath in, and sand pours down your throat. And you sit up in bed, coughing. And in the dim light coming through the window in your quarters, as you cough and open your eyes and look down at your bed, you see maybe a quarter cup of sand on top of your sheets. The message that the sandworm gave you, you know it was important, but for the life of you, you can't remember what it said. It was some kind of warning, though. You know that much. A warning about the desert. A warning about... it's gone. The rest of your sleep is fitful. You don't get much good sleep. And by the time dawn comes, you're almost as tired as you were when you went to bed.
Fucked.
The rest of you sleep pretty well, though. So that's good.
Oh, great, cool.
That day, at around maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, you all gather up on the deck of the ship. One thing, though, Vizsla, when you woke up that morning, Miles, are you there?
Yeah.
Why is Nick standing right now?
I was gonna lay down.
That's good.
Yeah, it's probably for the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus. He just starts laughing.
Nick feels like he's dying, and Adam's cats are attempting to drown him.
I brought you treats.
I brought you treats.
I brought you treats.
They can hit this.
I know they
I brought you trees.
So Vizsla, when you woke up the next morning, you woke up and sat up. And as you did, a single card fell off your chest down onto your lap. You look at it, and you see the skeleton on the death card staring back at you.
I yell at it. What do you want?
got 2 oils,
Card does not respond.
1 score, 2 bottles of water.
I get up, I guess, and I put the card in my pocket.
Okay. So you guys head up to the deck, and you see that there's a boat that's been prepared for you. It's much smaller than the ship you're on right now. It looks like it's big enough to carry the 6 of you and some supplies, some food, water, that kind of thing.
And grass chicken?
Well, it's assumed that you're going to carry the chicken.
Okay.
It doesn't have its own seat on the boat. Sorry. Is there anything you guys want to do before you leave the ship?
I'm gonna rewind for a second. Grath saves that sand.
Okay.
Or at least enough of it so that he can reference the color of the sand based on where he is,
Hmm.
so that he can know when he's in that particular area that it's from.
Okay.
Alright, get me off this bloody ship. Get me back on some land.
All right. So you guys.
Can I show everyone the card?
Yeah.
I asked this to help us. I asked all the tarot cards to help us. This is one.
Are you sure it's helping us instead of just trying to tell us something?
I don't know. With the sailors missing, maybe they were sacked.
I had a dream last night that I was standing in a desert, and a sandworm came slithering towards me underneath the sand and was about to eat me, but then told me something very important. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what the fuck it was trying to tell me. But when I awoke, this came out of my mouth. And then Grath opens his hand and with some sand in it.
What's the color of the sand?
That's for Clay to answer. I guess.
It's kind of white and yellow.
White, yellow.
More white than yellow.
Because I still have that bag of.
Oh, but wasn't that red sand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I think there's some fucking dangerous shit wherever this sand is, so I'm gonna keep it as a reference.
Okay. Nick's doing yoga now. That's good.
Doesn't look very satisfying.
No, it does not. It looks painful.
He's doing, you know what position he's doing? The pathetic cripple.
Oh, we can hear us. Oh, good.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for.
Okay, so
it's not cool to joke about cripples, or
by the way,
people.
Says the guy who just made a cripple joke.
Listen, I immediately regret
It's okay.
it.
We all laughed about it, so we're all equally.
I don't think we all
just as
laughed.
fucked.
I don't think we all laughed. I think a few people here laughed, and the rest of us were disturbed.
Disturbed chuckle.
I'm just watching the suffering right now.
Yeah, I feel bad for Nick.
I do too.
My intention was to make him laugh. It worked for him.
So you guys get into this boat that's been prepared for you, and they lower you down, and you hit the water, and you begin to row towards the land. And after about 20 minutes, you get there, and the whole time you're rowing, as you do, it's getting hotter and hotter.
I'm singing row, row, row your boat the whole time.
As you get closer to land, and as Galen's singing becomes more and more incessant, it's getting hotter and hotter, almost seeming with every pull of the oars. It's getting hotter and hotter.
Row your boat gently down
And the air you
stream.
breathe in is hotter and more uncomfortable.
Merrily, merrily, merrily.
And eventually, the boat on the beach. You guys hop out. The water's shallow enough that Urim can stand in it and not drown.
Ah, finally.
You guys make, pull the boat up onto the land out of where the tide will take it. And as you stand there,
Where we made.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, from where we made landfall, does it look like there's any kind of like settled areas nearby?
Make an investigation check, or a perception check rather.
Perception, a doodle. Oh, I say shit.
The only thing you can see from where you are right now, you see Massive. You see sand dunes coming off the shore. But standing maybe 20 feet to your right, you see two large stone feet. Just the feet.
Like it's broken above
Broken
the feet.
at the ankle, and the where it's broken is about at your head. So these are pretty large.
No evidence of like the rest of the statue nearby.
No.
Definitely broken and not like flat, like it was just feet
No,
built there.
well, you'd have to get closer to find out.
Sounds like a trap.
Okay, so Grath immediately references the color of sand with the dunes in the distance.
The dunes in the distance are 10 feet in front of you.
Oh, okay.
The sand dunes
The
begin
are
off
not
the
so
beach.
distant distance. Okay. Is it the same color
It's the
as
same sand, yeah.
Oh, great.
You could drop the sand in your
Okay.
hand directly onto that sand dune, and you'd immediately lose it.
We're fucked, guys. Look at Clay's face right now. That's how you know. All right. Grath moves closer to the. I don't want to say the statue. The feet of the statue that is gone.
Okay.
To inspect it.
You walk over, and you see that the 2 feet are standing at about shoulder width apart. Not your shoulder width, but what the statue's shoulder width probably would have been. And you see that it does look like the tops are broken, like maybe it got knocked over or something like that. Between the feet, you see a large stone kind of set in the ground with words carved into the front of it. It is... Hang on. Everybody, hang on.
Hanging on.
Quick, what languages do you know?
I know Orcish.
Great.
Gnomish.
That's all I needed to
and
know.
Common.
You can read it.
Yeah.
It's in Orcish.
Okay, that's what I figured.
The writing on it is
Okay.
Orcish.
We do have half orc in here with us, so.
Translating it into Common.
It's true too.
It says, I drove my feet through a desert, whose mirage fluttered like a host. Voracious for glory, greedy for danger, I roamed the horizons of Al-Kalab, watching time level mountains in its search and its hunger for me. And I saw the sparrows swiftly approach, bolder than the onrushing wolf. They spread in the tree of my youth. I heard the flock in my branches, and was caught on their beaks and claws. Looks like somebody signed it, the author, but that part looks like it was smashed off of the stone.
That was very poetic.
While you're hmming and hawing, I'm gonna go get some more water.
Good idea. Hydrate.
Hydrate and dihydrate.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what he did.
Hydrate. No, I have to. I don't know.
Or flydrate. This fucking the creaking of the boats with these headphones on makes me feel like my room is about to collapse in on me.
This room literally shakes.
Yup.
Yeah. I just hear like, and I'm like, the fuck?
It's a word.
Ah, that sound. Like, why?
The breaking fucking wind sail from.
It's the it's the wood creaking. That's such a crispy sound, and the sound stage is like it's like, oh boy. I want to turn up the sound actually.
I mean,
Oh,
would
God.
we even be hearing the?
Well, we're on the. We
creaking?
wouldn't be hearing the creaking. No.
Wow.
What?
Chadwick Boseman died.
Who's that?
The guy who played Black Panther.
Internal.
He had colon cancer.
Whoa.
But it's gonna be hard
Did
to
he
check
really?
out.
What the fuck?
Wait, what happened?
Chadwick
Unfortunate.
Boseman died.
On the bed already, so it's
Who?
Black Panther.
The guy who played Black Panther.
see you grab the other one.
No way.
He had colon cancer.
Get the fuck out of here.
Huh.
It's sad.
Wow.
Did people just not know?
I don't think he made it super public.
I guess not. That's so sad. He was young as fuck.
He was 43.
Damn.
Wow.
Poor guy. Damn. Buttholes are brutal, man.
Buttholes?
Yeah.
Is that what
You
he
get
said?
you get cancer in your butthole, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Prostate.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I should be getting
Get colon. Or
colonoscopy. That runs in my family.
I get.
Well, colon issues run in my family. My grandmother died of colon cancer.
My brother-in-law gets a colonoscopy like every 5 years
Yeah, that's
because it runs in his family.
yeah.
He's 55.
For the longest time, because of what happened to my grandmother, my father's mother, people, when my father had cancer, the doctor was like telling me that I should get a colonoscopy because they thought his cancer came from that. It didn't. It was completely unrelated to that. But they were surprised it wasn't from colon cancer. They were like, the doctors were actually like, it wasn't from his butt.
Well, thank God, doctor. Thank you for giving me that relieving
It
news.
actually
That's
made
not
some
for my
sense
butt.
because he had some poopy problems.
Yeah, he definitely had digestive issues. He's had like what's the intestine infection thing where fucking Phil actually just had it. What's the word? The
Tapeworm?
fucking no. Hold on. I could tell you exactly in just a second. Diverticulitis.
Oh, my dad has that.
Well, it's not like it doesn't last forever. You can get it multiple times, but it's essentially like an infection, I guess, when stuff gets stuck in the flaps inside your intestines, and it's like immense. It's like it can like become like really bad, and it gets
You shouldn't
immensely
like eat
painful.
seeds and shit.
Yeah. A lot of the people that get it are like sensitive to things like seeds. Popcorn is really bad. That's actually what gave my dad a lot of the digestive problems he had.
Popcorn?
Mm-hmm.
That would be terrible. I love
Yeah,
popcorn.
my dad can eat seeds.
I don't really like popcorn so much.
I don't like popcorn either.
I like that white cheddar popcorn.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean it
Smart
tastes
Pop?
good, but like I'm never
Oh, yeah.
satisfied.
Yeah, dude.
I don't like that stuff for the same reason I don't like Doritos, where it's just like it's food with powdered flavor on it.
Yeah.
Like I
Aged cheddar, man.
ugh.
Ground down to a fine powder.
Okay.
This is better.
Anyway, let's continue. Let's stop. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was talking about butt cancer. And it turned into popcorn.
There we go. Alright. What do you want to do? You have read this inscription below these feet. What would you like to do?
Dig in the sand. Finds a
Can I do like an investigation check to see if there's any sort of like trails or like anything that I could see that leads from this statue to any sort of like civilization anywhere?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
Does anybody have water skins to fill up right now?
From where? The ocean?
Well, I mean, ocean water is better than no water.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. No, it's
Ocean
not.
water is way better than no water. Or way worse than no water. If
Yeah.
you drink salt water, you're going to start vomiting. That's not good.
I do have a water skin actually. But
I have a water skin, but I never used it, so I assume that it is filled with just normal.
Well, there's also the crew also gave you a barrel of water that was on your boat.
we have a barrel of water.
A barrel of water.
I don't know where the fuck we're gonna.
Who has the barrel of water, though?
It's currently just sitting in your boat.
Yeah.
Just sitting in our boat. Well, how heavy is this barrel of water?
Pretty heavy.
I mean, it's a. Let me do some math.
Is it a 50-gallon?
Let me do some math.
Probably like
This guy
50
does
pounds
some
per
fucking
minute.
math. That's not what I wanted to do. I posted some text in Orcish by accident. Decal XGTE.
It shouldn't be that hard to keep track of. It's probably on the floor.
This barrel weighs a good 400 pounds.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, it's staying in the boat for now.
Yeah, it's at the head of the
Um,
bed right here. Over
But we should all fill up our water skins.
Also in that boat is 2 weeks worth of food. 2 weeks worth of non-perishable foodstuffs. A 50-gallon barrel of water. And various other survival tools, ropes, torches. A small cloth pouch. And that's about it.
Is there anything in the cloth pouch, or
Looking inside, it looks like the kinds of materials you would need to start a fire.
Okay. We don't have anything to feed a fire right now unless we broke the boat down, so...
I have a tinder box.
Yeah, I think I have one too. But, like... Right now, we have nothing to burn but a boat, and that's our way out of here, so let's not burn the boat.
Well, we got torches.
I don't like the idea of leaving a barrel of water.
No, I don't think we're gonna try and leave the barrel of water behind. As a matter of fact, I propose that
Where's
we
the
get
ring?
back in the boat and travel along the shore until we find some sort of settlement. What do you think, fellas?
I feel like we are where we're supposed to be.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
Well, I don't know. It looks like from over here, there's sand on the left, there's sand on the right, there's sand straight ahead of us, then behind us there's water. So it is what the group may want to do. I will just go along. I'd just rather not leave this barrel of water in this very hot place that reminds me of other forges.
Yes, which is why I would prefer to take it with us so we can have food and water until we reach civilization.
Right.
And the boat is not going to sail along the sand, and we cannot row along the sand. So I think we should stay far out enough so that we are past the breakers, but then travel along the shore until we find some sort of civilization.
I don't think there's going to be any civilization here.
I don't know. Yeah.
No,
I
there
don't know
is.
how much
There is civilization there. There is civilization in the wastes. I spoke to Clay about this.
You think there's civilization in the wastes. You've been told there's civilization in the wastes. You've been told that the orcs live in the wastes. Where they live, how they live, you have no idea. All you know is that people think that the orcs live here. I told you all that as much that in the first session, that the Waste of Drexedia are the homeland of the orcs. That is all you know. Where they live, how they live, any details about their civilization, you got nothing. Even Ganon, a half-orc, nothing.
Okay, well, based on what we know about civilization, it makes sense to travel along the shore. I don't know that
science.
I don't know if we'll actually find anything, but I feel like that's a better bet than not doing that. Because like if we start wandering into... Yeah, but there's nothing around, so we're not... So you want to just hang out and try to set up camp by these feet? Or maybe use the boat as a shelter? I mean, yeah, we can investigate more. I'm not sure I guess. Yeah, we can hang out for a little while. Maybe spend one night there.
Alright.
Could just have Vizsla throw there, and we all just hold on to him, and he just keeps throwing it. And we just mass teleport across the fucking plains.
Did that use a spell slot? Can he only do that 3 times? Like, oh no, so you can just keep doing
a weight
that.
limit though, isn't there? I thought there was like a 50-pound weight limit.
It's like how much he can hold.
Yeah, for pulling things to him, it has to be something he would realistically be able to move.
But you could bring...
Going in both directions, it has to be something he would realistically be able to carry.
Oh. How strong are you, Vizsla?
Is Miles here?
He might have fallen.
Doesn't sound like it.
If it's any
Miles
indication, he has a
past the
strength
first
of 9.
Oh, that's not very great. Considering Grath's strength is 20 with a +5 modifier.
20?
Yeah, my strength is 20.
Vizsla's modifier is -1.
What's yours, Arthur?
Let's find out. 15.
That's 20 strength?
That's weird that Arthur is not that Arthur is stronger, like much stronger than Vizsla.
Rangers are usually stronger than rogues.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, considering I have a 15 strength with a +2 modifier on my strength.
Listen, Grath has some muscle.
Grath is
okay?
fucking yoked, dude.
Clearly, what the fuck? I have 18 with a +4 modifier, dude. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm down for like hanging out here in the feet, and then maybe kind of like coming up with a plan.
Yeah.
How to like,
yeah, I mean,
forward.
Yeah, we have the boat. We can use the boat as like a makeshift shelter, like against one of the feet things, and sort of. I don't know if we could burn anything for like a fire at night.
Well, is it hot?
Right
yeah,
now?
the deserts get cold as fuck at night.
It's like Texas hot. It's stupid.
Well, yeah, but
I guess if it gets really cold at night, we can all cuddle.
Is it a dry heat, or is it?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the desert. I mean, like it may not get
True.
like ridiculously cold at night if it's this hot.
True.
It'll just get, like to the 70s.
What is Vizsla's strength push-pull capacity? What's the number?
Is there like a specific number for a push-pull capacity?
Yep.
Where is that?
I have 450.
Oh, right, it's in the fucking inventory. Or no, not inventory.
Yeah, it's in
yes,
inventory.
it is. Okay, yeah. My lift, push, drag is 600.
270.
Oh, so that's like the maximum weight?
He can push.
Yeah.
Or pull or drag.
Or lift.
Or lift. And then
So
I
lift,
can
push,
double that.
Drag is 1,000.
I can double that for an hour.
170, so like he can almost
270.
Oh, 270.
Yeah, so he'd be at what, like 540?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Yerm in his armor and two of your other two.
Graf is 210 pounds, wearing like and in his bags, in his.
So it's Yerm in his
bags.
armor and Graf.
And no,
I'm
not even Graf,
193.
because
I'm
Graf is holding
193.
79.5 pounds of stuff, so he can't even bring Graf and Graf's pack.
So what do you guys want to do?
I think,
All right,
let's sleep for a day by the feet.
Yeah,
We have food. We could chill, see if anything happens or if anybody shows themselves or anything. If it is a monument of some sort, someone may come by to check out the monument, and then we have someone to question. I don't know. That sounds like a solid plan. If nothing happens, then we can get back in the boat and travel along the shore.
I could climb to the top of it too and like see if I see anything, right?
Yeah, you can.
I do have
Yeah, that's
climbing gear.
probably a good idea, but I'm gonna pee really quick and be right back.
Yeah, you can climb up to the top of the closest sand dune and take a look around.
Yeah, can I do? I want to do
Sure.
that.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
What if I cast the spell Light on one of Arthan's arrows and use it like a flare?
Wait. Wow, it was worse.
Okay. So, Arthan, you climb up, you scramble up to the top of the sand dune, you look around, and as far as you can see, there's just sand and desert. Rolling sand dunes in every direction. And you've got a good amount of visibility. And you can see for what's probably about 2 miles in every direction. You see the boat, you see the ship still out in the water, and you see sand, 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 ocean. You don't see any signs of civilization, no people walking around, no animals. We do see animals. They're hawks flying around over the desert. Occasionally one dives. But that's about it.
Wow, so there's really like nothing around here.
It's looks like a wasteland. A desert wasteland.
Oh man, well then I'm gonna go back to the party and be like, there's nothing around us. Like, nothing.
What if it's like the Mummy, you know?
Stuff under
Which
the
one?
sand and shit.
The Scorpion King?
No, the first Mummy.
The original.
That movie was actually
Very, very
legitimately
beginning.
scary.
Brandon
Jog my
Fraser.
memory, because I don't remember.
You know, like,
Very
what if
beginning.
the civilization is only revealed at dawn or dusk?
Oh, so then we still need to just go to sleep and hang out.
Arthan, up on top of that sand dune, you can feel the heat reflecting off of the sand up onto you, and it's hot. And just climbing up that sand dune with the heat, you feel exhausted already.
Is anything important?
There's like nothing around us for 2 miles. It's just sand.
I'm
Great.
ready.
You what?
But you like climbing that one sand dune in this heat was exhausting.
Great. So, it was $3.99.
$3.99?
$3.99. $3.99.
I see an F
No.
there.
Goddamn it, like this
$3.99.
$3.99.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's hot as balls here.
Okay.
Should we try to travel by night, y'all?
Yeah.
I think that's a
Might be
plan,
last year.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Do we want to maybe try to rope up the boat and pull it along the sand dunes like a sled?
No. No.
Well, then we'd have to figure in
It's
how
not like
how heavy the boat is too.
Well, like if I'm just going up a hill and that's exhausting, how are we gonna drag a boat?
With 450 pounds worth of water.
Yeah.
I mean, we have. some
Excuse
capable-
me for being
Yeah.
concerned about abandoning the water.
Yeah, I mean.
This is why I think we should travel along the coastline.
Oh, I've got a flask. I'll bring some water.
Yeah, how long does that last in the desert?
But that's why we travel by night, so we're not melting.
I don't know. I'm starting to be up. Turn here. Maybe we should travel the coastline. Maybe not for civilization, but something.
Yeah, I feel like we die of dehydration.
We have plenty of water.
Like we're in the sun.
We'll
Because even if we're not traveling,
It's about midday,
the sun
Dustin.
is still baking us. Like we're gonna
It's
get
about midday.
at the Thomas Point and shit too.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, we could do that now. Start boating down the coast. I don't think we can really boat at night or anything like that. So
I think we just landed. Let's stay by the statue feet for the first night.
See if anything happens.
We'll see if anybody comes along, and then after that, if nothing happens, if it's totally like.
I mean, we should all like at least do like an investigation check, see what's up.
Okay.
Maybe one of us will find something. Right?
Yeah. Investigate the statue. And like, I mean, we're gonna be there for the rest of the evening. If we're spending the night there, we might as well.
Right, look around.
Try to observe every detail. Maybe wander off a little bit in every direction, but not go that far.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I'd like to investigate like the foot area and like see if there's like a switch or inscription that says something.
Okay.
Well, there was an inscription that says something. But you mean like something smaller?
What was that? Like a clip?
There was
What
there's
was
the
it
big
again?
stone
Say
in
it
between
again.
the 2 feet
Yeah.
that has words on it. But other than that, you didn't. There's nothing that stands out immediately as like, look at me, read me.
All right, let's investigate the stones in great detail.
Like,
Since we're
right.
there for the rest of the evening.
I'm gonna read it again. Let's try to decipher this shit.
Arthur, do
It
you
seemed
wanna
like
try-
some triumphant land discovery verbiage.
Do you want to try using your arrows as flares if I cast the the spell light on them.
I mean, what would that accomplish?
And we might see if we can see any sort of different.
It's midday.
Yeah, it's the day.
Well, I mean, like at nighttime.
I mean, sure, but I mean, it wouldn't really. I don't know what it would do differently.
I think at night it can get people's attention.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
or we'd get like murdered by the crazy, like
Desert people.
Sandworm.
the desert abominations that were described to us
Mhm.
last time. So I don't know if I want that attention.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen at night.
Yeah. I specifically remember a lot of very descriptive dialogue of the horrors that people have said about this desert. So I don't know if
One of them was a dead guy that was never actually here, though.
so.
So what's the plan?
We all just sit there and just die of dehydration because we can't make up our minds.
Oh,
what
we
we're
have
going to do.
water. We have water. We're going to see if anybody shows up at the statue overnight by the morning. And I think that we should take turns for the rest of the day and the evening venturing out in different directions and coming back. Not so far, maybe like a quarter mile in each direction to see if anybody sees anything. Anything different.
Well, since I'm probably the only person who's actually used to the heat, I guess I can go during the hottest day.
Not only
Hottest
that,
part.
well, I also think it's of a lot of use if the people with dark vision go at night.
Well, I have dark vision as well. So.
Okay. Well, it's not nighttime yet. We could.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to venture out at night though. I'm not sure. That's up to you guys.
I was just saying we could use my cast light spell and shoot arrows around us like at nighttime and create like a what the fuck you want to call it?
I don't think we're gonna be
like
able
an area around us where it would kind of give us like little warnings. You know.
Yeah.
An area of visibility at nighttime.
I mean, I guess.
Because it's not like we wouldn't be able to recover the arrows. So we're not actually losing anything. Because the spell that I'm using is a cantrip, so I can use it many times as I want.
Yeah, we could try it.
So, I guess I take the first walk out.
Okay.
What we want to go like half a mile
Yeah, Clay.
or a mile.
Out of curiosity, I know that we're generally sailing south towards the continent. But I don't know what direction the coast is. Like, what direction is the water on?
From where you're standing right now, the water is to the west.
Mm-hmm. The water is to the west.
Yeah, you went
so
south and then turned east and arrived at land.
So I will travel east. At least, I'll probably say even a whole mile, because a mile really doesn't take that long. 12 minutes. Walk a mile in 12 minutes easily.
Okay.
Okay.
So I walk a mile, and I guess while I'm walking said mile, I would do an investigation check.
Let's back up. I got a few questions for you. Question 1, what are you taking with you?
I am taking
all your belongings?
Well, since you asked, I guess I'll leave behind.
No, don't change it because I asked. What would you have gone with? I'm not asking to trick you. I'm asking you what you have on you.
Yeah, I would have everything
Okay.
on me.
What are
Normal
you wearing?
Okay.
Normal Yerm.
Normal year. All right then.
All your armor and
So you're
shit.
just striking off to the east.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation
Oh,
check.
you're gonna run into.
Bro, you're
Or
wearing an oven.
perception check rather.
I think it's 250. Yeah.
Okay. So, Yerm heads out east. I got a method question for you now, Yerm. Are you going around sand dunes or over sand dunes?
He's climbing over them.
Okay. So you head east, going in as straight a line as you can, not trying to weave around dunes or anything, just going over. And you start walking, and like a minute and a half in, you're already hot and thirsty. Take a sip of your water. You start climbing up this massive dune that's in your way, and you're climbing. The sand is sliding down around you, and you climb up. You get to the top. You feel the heat radiating off down onto the bottom of your chin and your face. You look around, and it's just more sand. You kind of slide down the dune on the other side.
On my shield.
Okay, you Christmas vacation your way down this sand dune. You get to the bottom, and you pick your shield up, and you keep walking. Take another sip of water. You're just trudging through the sand. Looking around, you start climbing up another sand dune. And you're climbing, and the sand is sliding underneath your hands and feet as you're on all fours trying to pull your way up the sand dune. And you get to the top, you look around. It's just more sand. There's so much sand, and you're so hot. You take another sip of your water. You screw the top back on your canteen. And you go to begin to move down this sand dune, and you just tumble end over end down this dune, slamming down onto the ground on your back, and you're just exhausted already. You climbed 2 dunes, you've gone maybe 150 feet. And it's so hot.
Sound like you said you climbed 2 dudes.
You're just gonna take a little nap. It's so hot. And you feel your eyelids grow heavy. And you reach down for your canteen. You unscrew the top and you kind of lean your head forward and you take a little bit of a sip. I'll make myself thirsty. And a lot of water spills down the side of your face. And you close your canteen and just fall back and you feel the heat baking you in your armor. You kind of put your shield over your head to try and shield yourself from the sun, and it works a little bit, but the ground below you radiates heat up into your shield, and you've created a convection oven. And eventually you fall asleep. You just pass out, laying there in the sand. You guys at the feet are just kind of hanging out. Prop the boat up on one of the feet, yeah, to create some shade. Did you do that?
That was what my idea was. I don't know if we did it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Prop the boat up on one of the feet to make some shade, and you're all kind of huddled underneath there. And Yerm's been gone for 30 minutes now. And the sun is in the process of beginning to set. It's probably 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You're awakened out of your heat-induced sleep, or whatever that was, pass out, by somebody kind of gently slapping you. You kind of you look around.
Harder.
You look up and you see, looking down at you, a figure wearing kind of tan clothing, kind of flowing robes that conceal the shape of their body, and their hood comes up past their face. You see the bottom part of their face, from kind of like the eyes down, is covered in some kind of cloth. And you see what look like maybe goggles over their eyes. They're kind of bent down and they're kind of slapping you, kind of gently trying to wake you up. And as you don't respond, they kind of slap you harder. Check to see that you're breathing.
Sand people.
Slap you harder.
So are they slapping my armor, or have they taken my helmet off?
They've pulled your helmet off, and they're kind of bop, 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 bop in the face. Bop, bop, bop. Hello?
Oh, what? What's going on?
You're alive. How did you get here? Who are you?
I walked, obviously. By boat. Came from the west.
I walked by boat.
You came from... Is this where you want to be?
Well, I have some friends. I was trying to walk to see if I could find anything. But it seems that I have passed out from this exhausting heat. And us dwarves really aren't...
You walk the sands.
for these...
You walk the sands during the day. Not a wise idea. You have wasted much water. You have wasted much of your body's water.
That's his like.
Listen,
bro.
You say you were exploring. There is no exploring that is worth more than the water of your body. What? Get up. And he kind of pulls you to your feet. And as he pulls you up, you see he's taller than you. Definitely, like, a very in shape, very muscular, very, like, looks like he could kick your ass.
It's not hard to be taller than you.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm only 5 foot tall. I'm still a very tall dwarf, though.
He kind of, like, brushes some sand off of you. He grabs your water flask from your hip and kind of shakes it. You've wasted much water. What were you planning?
I was just trying to find maybe an oasis or some sort of settlement.
An oasis? You are clearly not familiar with this place. Go back to your friends. Where are your friends?
By the foot statue.
Go back to your friends. Do they have water for you?
Yes.
Go and drink water, but remember, here, your water may be more valuable than gold.
What is your name?
My name is Finsarin.
Where did you come from?
I am Finsarin of the Namni. Go back to your friends.
You say not to travel during day, but yet you found me midday.
Yes, because I'm from these deserts. I navigate them during the day, but you clearly, and he gestures at all of the armor you're wearing, are unprepared for this environment.
Alright, well, I appreciate your help, and I guess Is there any sort of settlements nearby that you may have come from? Maybe a village?
He turns and walks away.
Alright,
And you know
I think
the way he walks, kind of, he's not walking. It almost looks like he's skating over the sand. He's not taking steps. His feet are almost sliding, gliding irregularly over the sand. And occasionally he goes down on all fours and uses his hands to pull himself up a dune, where he disappears over the other side.
I would say make note of the direction he's going, because that's probably where the settlement is.
Either that or I could be seeing an illusion. Mirages.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, what direction did he go? Did he go the direction that I was walking?
Yes.
Okay. Well then,
Well,
I'll walk back.
went that direction. He went over a dune and disappeared from sight.
Right. Guess I walk back to camp.
Okay.
And then they see me slide down on the nearest dune.
On his shield again.
On my shield again.
Yeah, about 15 minutes later, you see Yerm, again, Christmas vacationing his way down a sand dune. He looks sunburned and exhausted.
Kind of like how Nick looks right now.
Yeah.
Plus the sunburned. Minus the back pain.
Yeah, minus the back pain.
Minus the girlfriend. And you've got Yerm. Also make him shorter. And a dwarf. And good at blacksmithing.
And wearing really heavy armor.
And completely different. But yeah, like Nick.
Maybe just in the same position. Maybe just in the same position Nick is laying.
He was trying to cook himself. He was trying to have roast dwarf.
Alright, so I guess I kind of like waddle as they see me, Christmas vacation down. I guess I waddle kind of like really slow, kind of like dragging my feet back to the boat shade that they made. And I just like douse my face in the barrel of water.
Okay.
Great, now I need to drink your sweat, you fucking filthy dwarf.
Well,
did you find anything?
I found someone.
How big was his dick?
I couldn't tell. He had a big robe on.
Oh. Next time, ask.
Excuse me. How large is your schmeat?
How large is your schmeat?
If you don't mind me asking.
How large is your Schwartz?
No, I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
It's extremely hot out there. I do not recommend walking through the desert during the sun while the sun's up. The man that I met, he woke me up. He said, we need to travel at nighttime. And then, as he walked away, he didn't really say there was any oases nearby.
We weren't looking for an oasis. We're looking for civilization.
I asked him about civilizations and villages as well. He did not say nothing. Then I watched him kind of just skate up the sand dunes. Like, I don't know. It was very odd and strange.
What direction did he leave in?
He left in the direction that I was walking. West.
East.
Or east, I mean.
East? I thought you said west.
West.
Alright, well.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Continue your conversation.
Well, let's all travel east when night
sun goes
falls
down.
completely. Yes, when the sun goes down. It seems like Offen really had a good idea.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
I've only lived in the desert before.
Oh. That's true. Dustin has lived in the desert.
But now we wait.
Yeah, I guess let's wait for nighttime. Grath challenges Gonin to rock, paper,
I love that
scissors for
we're
the next
gonna
3
travel
hours.
through this desert, and I'm gonna have a second ice cream cone.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
That sounds good. I'm gonna see if there's any ice cream below.
I have coffee ice cream in my freezer.
I wish I had ice cream.
Ice cream is great.
But I'm just
I want
not
coffee
feeling
and
ice cream right
Oreo.
now.
I don't think I have anything sweet, and that just hurt my feelings.
Good, cry, bitch. Nick too. You cry too, Nick.
Oh, I already cried today.
I can see that.
I cried, literally cried like 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, I feel like you cried on Discord with everybody here.
Yep.
No shame.
No shame.
Listen, I understand sciatic nerve pain.
No shame.
That shat.
No shade.
Yeah, that shot right there. That shot so fucked up. That shot's fucked up. That shit is sad, man.
That shit, no, you don't fucking around with it.
That shit dumb as fuck.
What the hell is happening?
I fucked up while speaking, and then I ran with it.
Okay.
That shit right there is fucked up.
The basis for any good bit.
So yeah, I challenged Gonin to, I guess, how many hours until nightfall, Clay?
Probably till sunset. Probably like 2.5, 3.
Okay, yeah. So I challenged Gonin to, rock, paper, scissors for 3 hours.
Okay.
Can we roll to see who won the most over that 3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll
D20, Adam.
D20s.
Ooh.
Oh.
Over the course of
Okay,
3
I
hours,
guess-
Gonin won one more game than Grath did.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Son of a fucking bitch! You fucking bitch! I will beat you next time.
The champion.
But now it is time to go.
Over the course of kind of those couple hours, you noticed a hawk circling above you. And as the sun began to set, the hawk...
Not a vulture, though.
No,
Definitely a hawk.
And as the sun
Okay.
began to set, the hawk dove straight towards you and landed on one of the feet and looked down at you. It let out a screech and then flew away. About 20 minutes before nightfall, you guys hear the sound of sliding sand.
Oh no.
And looking up at the dunes, you see a figure in tan robes.
Oh man.
With a hood. And a head of a scarf thing over his nose and mouth. Comes sliding down the dune towards you.
Oh man, is this gonna be like that movie, Dune?
So what's going on?
The man that I saw in Sands is now sliding down the dunes like a skater. Come to see us.
He was a skater boy.
Did he
He
say
said-
see you
See you later, boy. Whoa.
It wasn't
He
good
said,
enough.
"See you later, boy," to
It
me
wasn't good
earlier.
enough for her.
That That's the
Clay's-
man that I saw.
Clay has the
He's
face of
doing the same.
disappointment.
Is it still the daytime or is it night?
It's night.
The sun is about to set.
It's like dusk.
And Godin defeated me.
So which direction is Skater Boy skating?
He's coming out of the desert, coming down the dune towards you.
Coming out of the desert.
Looks like your friend is back, Yum.
Yes.
Um,
Maybe I shall go speak with him.
As he kind of comes to a stop and stands up and looks at you, kind of just surveys you, looks at the sun, looks back to you. You can't see his eyes. He's got what looks like goggles over his eyes. He's just kind of looking. These are... I see you're still wearing your armor.
Yes. I don't really have lighter clothing.
You sound unprepared. As he says that, he reaches up and he pulls the goggles kind of off his face. And you see his eyes...
are glowing blue.
No, they're solid green. With just very small... He has very small pupils.
It's from the Spos. I'm sorry.
And he just kind of looks at you. And as you see him kind of surveying you, you see his eyes kind of dart over towards the barrel with your water in it and just...
Whose lips become thirsty.
Where did you come from? You can't see his mouth. It's still covered with that kind of scarf thing.
Shit.
Why have you come to see us?
Lieutenant. Would you like some water, friend?
In exchange for?
You can just share some of our water. Maybe bring us to shelter.
Wise men do not give water without gaining something in return.
Wrath, he did explain to me earlier that water is as good as gold here.
So would direction to civilization be, and friendship in this new land.
Friendship.
Maybe we should have him be a guide for us through these lands.
I think we can share some water with him in exchange for his friendship and direction to, civilization. Or something at least resembling civilization.
We're friends now.
Are you gonna finger bang him for friendship?
I mean, F is for a finger that friends do.
Together.
Oh.
U is for up your anus.
N is for anywhere at any time at all.
That's when I go up your anus.
Yeah, down here in the butt hole.
I will trade you
Down here in the big
one water
butthole.
skin for you to guide us to the nearest town.
Say it again. Here.
I will trade you one water skin filled with water to guide us to the nearest town. Like, physically guide us. I don't want just directions, because he could just send us off into oblivion and kill us all.
Wrong game.
I have no need of your water skin, only the water that it contains.
I will give you enough water that would fill your
Here you go.
skin in exchange for guidance.
Water droplets off these nuts.
I'm not hearing you, Miles.
Clear,
I-
apparently.
It said water droplets off these nuts.
I want my insides to go outside and my outsides to go inside.
Turn him inside out from the
Hard,
inside.
Should I just go up his ass and like rip it
Yes,
inside out?
grab the spine and
Yeah. Yeah.
give him the old
yes.
dick twist.
Like Predator. Get in there like Predator,
Yeah.
dude.
Predator!
What the hell are you?
Sub-Zero him.
You know.
I'm not into fisting.
Do what I wanted
Yeah,
to
no,
Any-
this is
anymore.
finally,
do. What I
dude,
wanted
like,
to do to
the
that
whole
German
thing's
guy.
coming out.
It's not that he's not into fisting, it's that he's not into fisting since the incident.
Oh, since the Fire Nation attack.
Yeah, since the Fire Nation attacked.
What civilization do you want to go to?
Miles, bring closer to your eye. Closer. Closer. Come on. Come on. Closer.
Come on.
Come
Closer.
on. Come on.
I'm aware. What civilization do you want to go to?
Anywhere where we can find.
Yerm!
place
What
to-
civilization do you want to go to?
The nearest one. One that would be friendly to us.
That's the key.
Had to make sure. Had to make sure we threw friendly in there.
Well, should the question be, is there civilization around us?
Are there any cities?
The closest Lietkain city is many days' travel from here.
Would you lead us there?
In exchange for water, yes.
Alright.
Water for me.
All the water
and
you
my
need
people.
to survive on the way there.
I will take you to the closest Lietkain city, but from there I can get you close, but I will not go into the city.
If you don't mind me asking, why wouldn't you go into the city?
The Lietkain are not known for their fondness of the Namri.
Ah, okay. Warring nations or factions of some sort?
The difference between having enough water to survive and barely making it.
We're in quite a predicament, guys.
So is this city that you will lead us to the one that has enough water to survive, or the one that is barely making it?
The Lietkain have enough water to survive easily. It is my people, the Namri, that do not have enough water. We scavenge the deserts. We reclaim the water from our dead. And even then, we struggle. This place is harsh and
Are we
unforgiving.
about to be Robin Hood?
At one time, many years in the past, I'm sure we worked together and had plenty of water, but my people grew desperate and the Lietkain do not take kindly to what the Namri attempt or willing to do in exchange for plenty of water.
So what do you think, guys? Do you think we go to the people that need our help? Or will our amount of water be wasted and be spread too thin among a bunch of them?
I mean, what if we do that? That would please our gods, mine and yours, because that'd be a good, kind of like a good deed.
I'm not sure this is something where we should be thinking about it in terms of pleasing certain gods. I think we should be thinking more strategically for our own survival. And I honestly think, like, okay, so if we go to these people, they have enough water to survive, but the reality is, if they're the types of people that would not share it with the people who were starving of thirst, then what kind of people are they?
Yeah, like, are they gonna take our shit?
Not are they gonna take our shit as much as like maybe not thieves, but maybe just fucking dicks.
Well, I mean, we could just go there with the water and like, kind of like use it as a bargaining tool to figure out if like any of them know anything about anything. Like if it's such a valuable resource, then if we offer it to them, maybe they'll be like, "Oh yeah, there's things out here in the desert."
We're not near the ship.
You mean to the people that need need the
like,
water.
I mean, if it's that valuable, we can kind of just like figure out whatever we want from them, right?
I feel like the guy
Right.
that's talking to knows plenty about the desert. We could probably ask him.
Yeah, but I also think some shelter will be good. Like, I feel like a place for us all to get the type of gear that we need to be able to travel the desert safely without overheating. You know, those of us with a lot of armor on.
You should probably.
Would Yerm have like some sort of a leather outfit underneath it?
You're wearing clothes.
Leather's hot as fuck, my dude.
You're wearing clothes. You're not naked under
Not
your
like
armor.
padding. Yeah, I mean, like, am I like wearing like linen cloth?
You're wearing like clothing, like a shirt and shorts. It's like you're not. It's not like super fancy stuff or anything, but it's like you're wearing clothes. You're not naked under your armor.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured that. I just didn't know like is it leather, where it's like leather padding?
Well, there's some padding, but it's connected to your armor. You're wearing like just regular clothing underneath.
Okay. Okay. Then, well, gentlemen, I don't think I've ever done this before, but I think I had to take off my armor. It's quite hot, and I think I'm going to take his words of advice and remove all this weight. Maybe be able to pass through these deserts a little bit easier. And I do think that we should go towards his clan, because they seem to need our resources more, and I do believe that we may be able to get more information out of them, more so than this other clan that he's talking about.
Yes, I feel like they'll have more to offer us if we have more to offer them. Assuming they don't rob us.
We must be very vigilant.
All right. Let's go to your people.
You wish to visit one of the Namri cities?
Yes. And we'd like to bring our water. Is there an easy way to travel with our water?
Good idea.
The smart thing to do when traveling through the desert is to not travel with anything heavier than you can carry.
Yes,
Slows you down.
We want to bring our
and
water to your people.
Attracts unnecessary attention.
True.
However, because it is water, he seems staring at the barrel. A sand sled would probably be a good idea.
So should we use the boat and our rope?
He looks at the boat you've leaned against the feet. Too heavy.
Okay, well, should we take a part of the boat and use that?
How much else are you bringing?
I guess some of that food and just the supplies that we have on each of us. And my chicken.
How did you get here?
A boat dropped us off. A large ship.
He looks out at the ocean. That one?
Is he seeing the
He's
ship
pointing,
that actually...
He's pointing at the ship, yeah.
Yes, that big bastard out there.
Leave anything you do not need on there. The less you carry through the desert, the less chance there is of you attracting things.
Leave. Did he mean leave anything we don't need on the ship out there?
Yeah.
You think it would make sense to take our little boat back out there and leave most of the supplies there and then come back to shore? It's only a half hour each way.
As he says this, the hawk you saw earlier swoops back down and lands on the edge of your barrel of water and dips its beak in. And then flaps over and lands on the man's arm, which you see his left arm has like thicker padding on it. The hawk lands on it and just kind of, he just kind of like scratches its head and then looks back to you. The night is valuable. Soon you will be wasting it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's bring the majority of the supplies back to the ship where they'll be safer. And then take the boat back to shore. And then follow this guy to his city. All in agreement?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
The journey will be several days. Not because it is far, but because the desert is treacherous and you must watch every step you take.
Okay. Maybe let's all grab an extra water skin from the ship. However many water skins we can carry on our person without it being too heavy and cumbersome.
Make your preparations. I will meet you back here when you are done. You see, he turns and, like, climbs up the sand dune as if he was just walking across perfectly level ground. He just slides up it and disappears over the top. You see his bird flies up and begins circling the area.
Is this guy, and I understand that he's covering most of his face, but is he like visibly like an orc? Do we know
From what you
he
can
is?
see, because he took the his goggles off, so you can see like kind of this section of face. From what you
Right,
can
the
see,
green eyes.
no, he does not appear to be an orc.
No, he's not an orc. Okay. Okay. Well, back to the ship, and how many water skins do you think each of us would be able to carry without it being too cumbersome?
Realistically, you could probably all carry 3.
Okay. I'm gonna increase mine to 3. I imagine they have extra water skins on the boat
Yeah.
for us to use. Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, water skins are only 5 pounds each.
Yeah, but I mean, they're sort of like
cumbersome.
bulky. Yeah, they're like bulky and stuff, and we have to wear them on like a belt line. And 3 each sounds about right. And I think if we're really sparing about it and we don't travel during the day, it should last us. It's not like we have to, like share 3 for all of us. It's 3 for each of us. So a water skin is like nearly a gallon of water, you know?
So you guys go and drop off your stuff at the boat, at the ship, and row back. And as you do, you see your guide, Fin Saurin, standing at the bottom of the dune where you kind of had your boat leaned up.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the hawk is now sitting on his shoulder, kind of like pecking at something on his forehead. He's just watching you come back.
Yeah, the only thing that I have is my hammer and my shield.
Oh, actually, we need to bring water for him.
Well, do you have the barrel of water? Are you?
Oh, are we?
Are you traveling?
Right,
yeah, are you
right.
traveling with the barrel?
Yes.
The most of our supplies are back on the boat, but the barrel is with us.
Okay.
And I guess we needed a sled, though. Should we just like take some wood planks from the boat and maybe tie them together as a sled when we get back to the land? Yeah, I guess.
Still have my smithing tools.
Yeah, but that's for metal. We're not dragging metal through a desert. Yeah. Well, I guess we have to ask Clay. Would there have been some extra wood planks for us to bring back with us?
Yeah, you could find supplies enough on the boat to make a makeshift sled to put the water barrel on, and that would hold it in place, and it's not gonna fall off or break or anything. You could it would work alright.
Okay. So yeah, we do that, and then when we get back to shore, we tie up those planks in such a way that we can use them as a sled. And
okay.
Yeah,
that's all very easily done.
Okay.
So as you arrive back at shore and you put the barrel on this makeshift sled, Fin Saurin turns and goes back up the dune as the sun has now set and the moon is rising. He kind of motions for you to follow him as he goes back up this dune. And as you guys kind of arrive at the top here and you see the desert spread out in front of you, the moonlight shining on the sand.
Yes, please.
You guys are standing up here and you see in the distance a large, almost looks like a moving sand dune off in the distance, moving away from you, but still moving nonetheless. And Fin Saurin points at it and kind of looks over his shoulder. That is what we must avoid.
I had a dream recently with one of those in it.
He looks kind of over his shoulder at you.
And I had never seen one before. But it came over to me, opened its huge mouth, and told me something important that I simply do not remember.
You had a dream with a Shai-Hulud?
Yes, I suppose I did.
Maybe you are more dangerous than I thought you were. And he slides down the sand dune away from you. And as he slides down, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.